We're here with SDSU marketing strategist and co-founder of Bottom Line Marketing, Miro Kopik. Hi.
Hi, Maya.
Thanks for being here for us. Let's start with Facebook. It has been a rough week for them. Nearly every state in the country is now part of an antitrust case. Is this social network in danger?
You know, Facebook is really the poster child for the frustration that Congress and different regulatory agencies have with social media and online platforms. So let's start with Facebook. Originally, New York State announced an antitrust probe for anti-competitive conduct. And that probe started with 7 states in September. It has expanded to 47 states. That's on top of the Federal Trade Commission probe that was launched this summer in July after Facebook settled a $5 billion privacy case. And it's been a really rough week for Facebook this week because Mark Zuckerberg was on Capitol Hill and he faced really talking about his new Libra cryptocurrency, but legislators really started focusing on privacy issue. Facebook and these companies are a little bit afraid of what kind of regulation, because are they a media company or are they an enabling technology? And if you're a media company, you're regulated like a television network or a radio network. So even though he's invited a degree of regulation when he was here in April in Washington, I think the results can be kind of damning. And what they're going to do is if they're going to divest anything, it's going to be brands like WhatsApp and Instagram, and it would make Facebook a much smaller company.
And we'll obviously be following that. Another big tech story is 5G, and San Diego's Qualcomm is a key player, in fact, announcing on Thursday that they're going to focus on investing in 5G technology and innovators. Tell us about the investment. How big is it for this, frankly, exciting new technology?
Well, Qualcomm Ventures has been around for over 20 years. They've invested in over 350 deals in some really well-known companies like Zoom, Waze, and Fitbit. But they've set aside $200 million to invest in 5G enabling technology. So not smartphone technologies, but things that are a little bit outside of the smartphone, like smart cars, smart city sensors, factory floor robots, things like that. And they're calling it the 5G Ecosystem Fund because they're saying, you know what? They estimate that by 2035, over $13 trillion in value will be created by 5G technologies. And Qualcomm wants to be at the forefront of that. So Qualcomm is really taking and extending their lead in 5G technology. They just want to own the whole system. And it's a good thing for Qualcomm. It's a good thing for San Diego. And
a brand that we all know and love here in PBS stations, obviously, Sesame Street, is coming to Chula Vista. Tell us about the reboot of SeaWorld's Aquatica water park and what that means about the rebranding and what we'll see.
Well, SeaWorld Entertainment has had a long time affiliation with Sesame Street. And actually, they've been operating a Sesame Street park outside of suburban Philadelphia since 1980, and they're committed to actually roll out a second park by 2021, and they selected San Diego. And the Aquatica Water Park is an interesting site because it's big enough. They're going to literally port the same 18 land-based rides from Philadelphia to San Diego. So they're going to expand the territory. They're going to take out some of the more aggressive water rides that are geared toward, teenagers and young adults. And they think that it's going to bring a lot of visitors from all of Southern California, from Mexico, and it's going to really make San Diego as a whole a very family-friendly city. Between Legoland, Sesame Street, the zoo, and the Wild Animal Park, it's kind of a nexus for young families with young kids, and then they can go to LA later.
Some exciting stuff to watch. Thank you so much, Miro Kopik.
Thanks, Maya.